Hi, this is about Kurt Lewin and how his research has affected us pretty significantly, and some about World War II, and including how my mom implemented what Kurt was trying to do. First of all, he was a German Jew who escaped from Nazi Germany before the war started, and he went to the University of Iowa and to where he conducted the research. During the war, it was imperative that the military people on the front lines got as much of the good meat as they could. And so the challenge was to convince the homemakers in the United States to use the other parts of animals, especially the cows, to in their menus, okay, which was a radical change for the people in the country at that time. Okay, an interesting challenge, but it led to it led to our basic concepts on participation, empowerment, collaboration, and the basics of change. The Lewin's theory, in fact, his name is Kurt Lewin, that's how you pronounce it, was the unfreezing, the change, and the refreezing, which you've read about. And of course, you got into unfreezing with our discussions about urgency, okay? And we'll get into change and refreezing and talk about reinforcement later on. His theories boiled down to presenting new information, either logically, coercively, or changing norms, and that's what the basic effect of his research was, how to change the norms. He also, we'll get along with it, into it later, force field analysis and why you focus on the norms as dealing with the resistances to change. Okay, basic stuff, except now my mom gets into the picture. Okay, in early 1933, 1934, she had received a college degree in, she was a dietitian, which now I think is nutrition. You call it nutrition. I was born in 1936, and the World War II came into action 1939 to 1945. Okay, in those early years, 39, 40, we were supplying the military equipment to other countries. After that, we needed the bombs, the trucks, the tanks, and whatsoever. And my mother worked in a swing shift, like a Rosie the Riveter, a swing shift in a plant making military supplies. Okay, so we were really into it. It was our total focus for my early years of my life, and the war didn't end till I was 9, almost 10 years old, so you can see what effect it had. Now, how does it connect with Kurt Lewin? Well, we ate good in our house, okay? Except during the war, all of a sudden the meals changed, okay? Now, my father, he would make a pancake as big as the frying pan, and that was a lot of fun. But what my mother made were things like kidneys, okay? A liver and onions, tongue, cow's tongue. And I can remember her cooking up a cow's tongue with her friends hanging around the table. And we slice it up and have it with mustard. And at the time, it was a major change. And that change came from Kurt Lewin's theories in dealing with the norms. She changed the norms of our family by changing those menus. Now, today I experience a lot of different things like chutneys and peanut butter and different combinations, and I can experiment with different things, as I'm sure probably you do too. But it comes from this original research. So it's important that we follow it up now with how do you implement these kinds of changes in your organizations? All right, keep her going.